YouTube, I'm the iTunes fanboy here, and today I'm going to show you basically the biggest features that Apple announced at their WWDC event that I'm sure you've heard about. That Apple released with iOS 15, which is for the iPhones and iPod Touches. Just give you a little glimpse of what to expect and see whether you want to update or not. So without further ado, let's dig in. Background, so sorry about that, but so the first main feature is in FaceTime. Now I cannot actually show you this because I obviously would have to call somebody I knew, because I obviously can't show people's faces in this video, so I can't do FaceTime show you this. But Apple had a bunch of new features of FaceTime to try to take Zoom's business away. And one of the features is spatial audio, which is basically if you're in a Zoom call or FaceTime call, group FaceTime call, and you see all sorts of people, and there's all sorts of people in the room, similar to how if your guys were talking in an actual room. Like, for example, let's say there's one friend here, and one friend here. Like, it would sound like it was coming directly from those distances. That feature is okay, but not the greatest. But one feature that I do actually like is that you can schedule group FaceTime calls, and even have FaceTime web links to where it can join on Android and Windows. But a YouTuber named Favorite TechX, please subscribe to him, by the way. He makes great videos. But he said that they tried it out on an Android with a FaceTime web link, but it just didn't work. So that's a little unfortunate, but yeah, it's pretty cool overall that Apple's giving FaceTime to no longer restricting FaceTime to Apple devices. And there's some more features too, like portrait mode, which is actually a great feature. Which is, for example, when you're going ahead and looking at somebody, the focus is directly on you, not what's behind you. For example, let's say I was on a group FaceTime call with my Zoom class. Not that I have Zoom classes anymore, but just an example, like it would focus on me only, not what's around my room, which could be super helpful to people. Especially if they work from home and they don't necessarily have a great home environment, like maybe a 2-year-old who runs around in his underwear, I don't know. That's basically the two big FaceTime features, and now the weather app actually has some pretty big upgrades too. So as you can tell, obviously the weather app icon has changed, where the sun used to be over on this side, but now it's on this side. But I'll show you exactly what's new with that, but I have to get to a city that is not my location. So I'll go to New York City. I don't live there, but it shows you all sorts of severe weather alerts, which is pretty cool, even though I did that before. And it does just some overall stuff here. But finally, after over a decade, it shows the radar. I can't tell you how long I've been wanting this feature to come to iOS, but finally has. And shows you all sorts of stuff here. So that's just pretty cool. And the FaceTime feature is, by the way, available on all Apple devices that get it. Apple has also introduced an iCloud Plus membership, which has some features like being able to automate a fake email address if you don't want to give your real email address for like websites and such, and also has some other cool features too. So yeah, I'm not sure yet about the differences between iCloud and iCloud Plus. If you want me to make a video about that, you can go ahead and tell me in the comments that you want me to, and I'll try to find that out. But other than that, there weren't really too big of... But, oh yeah, here's another feature. which is called Focus, to where it can where it's like do not disturb, but you can go ahead and get, but it's like advanced finally since like 2012 when it first released, so it's updated for the first time in 9 years. So it's basically just this stuff. You can do all sorts of stuff with this focus feature. And so yeah, that's pretty much it with the focus feature. And I mean, there are minor things too, for like the Maps app and such, but those features are kind of generic. And obviously, it changes the shape of notifications too. But now there's actually been an app on your phone since, I don't know, iOS 12, 11 or something, that's been called Micro Magnifier, but it's only been available in Control Center and through if you add a Siri shortcut. But now it's actually available just as an app on your home screen. So that's pretty cool. So it is definitely handy. Like I can go ahead and I'll show you an example to where I can magnify objects. Here and has all sorts of filters and such. And yeah, phones aren't exactly great at zooming in. Yeah, but again, I'm using this on the iPhone 6s. Now it's time for me to tell you some of the support. So now I guess it's time for me to tell you the supported devices for iOS 15. So the iPhone 6s, iPhone 6s Plus, and iPhone SE, iPhone 7, 7 Plus, 8, 8 Plus, 10, 10s, 10s Max, 10R, 11, 11 Pro Max, 11 Pro, 12, 12 Pro Max, 12 Pro, 12 Mini, and SE1 and 2, and as well as the iPod Touch 7th generation, are all getting support. And now, if you want to install beta because you're persuaded about these features, I'll go ahead and have a link. Although Apple says this is only for developers, I'm not even a developer, I'm just a reviewer. Performance is actually not the performance is actually not bad for an iPhone, for a 6-year-old phone. Getting this update. Like as you can tell here, if I open the Health app, it's decent. If I open the Calendar app, it's also good speed. And yes, my cat is waving her tail around. She thinks she's important, even though she is. And if you want to install it, I'll go ahead and have a link below in the description. There will be a process that you have to follow, like to verify you're human, like on all websites, like on many websites, it's the same thing. And then you go ahead and click on the iOS beta profile to get the iOS beta profile, and then after that, you'll go ahead and just follow the process and install it in settings. And that is basic. And then you'll have iOS 15 beta install on your phone. There will be an app called Feedback on your phone, which will basically let you go ahead and send Apple back feedback about how this beta is doing, because that's what the purpose of beta is, but you don't have to do that. So I guess that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll have a link to favorite TechX's YouTube channel below in the description below. And I'll do an iPadOS 15 video too. So look forward to that. And as always, peace out.